In the final days of the war, the city of Berlin was in complete ruins. Buildings were destroyed, streets were empty, and explosions were heard every few minutes. The Soviet army was getting closer every hour. There was no safe place left in the city. Deep under the ground, inside a small bunker, was Adolf Hitler. He was once one of the most powerful men in the world. But now, he was trapped, surrounded by fear and failure. The war he had started was clearly lost. The bunker was dark and quiet. Soldiers and officers walked quickly, but spoke in low voices. Everyone understood that the end was near. Messages from outside brought only bad news. One area after another was falling. There was no hope left to win the war. On April 29, 1945, something unusual happened. Hitler decided to marry his longtime partner, Eva Braun. The small ceremony took place inside the bunker. Only a few people were present. There were no celebrations, only silence. It felt like a goodbye more than a wedding. After the marriage, Hitler spent time writing his final message. In this message, he explained his thoughts and blamed others for the loss of Germany. Outside the bunker, bombs continued to shake the ground. The walls of the bunker trembled, showing how close the enemy had come. During the night, many people in the bunker could not sleep. Some soldiers talked about escaping, but there was nowhere to go. Others just waited quietly, feeling fear and sadness. Everyone knew the situation was hopeless. By the morning of April 30, the Soviet army was very close to the bunker. The sound of battle was loud and constant. It was clear that Berlin would fall very soon. Hitler understood that his time was ending. He met some of his close assistants and thanked them for their loyalty. Some of them were emotional, knowing they would never see him again. Even in his final hours, Hitler appeared calm, but the situation around him was full of chaos. Later that afternoon, Hitler went into a private room with Eva Braun. The people outside waited in silence. A few moments later, a gunshot was heard. It was a shocking sound in the quiet bunker. After some time, the door was opened. Hitler and Eva Braun were found dead. The end had come suddenly, but it was not unexpected. Following his instructions, their bodies were taken outside and burned in the garden above the bunker. Smoke rose into the sky, while the city continued to be destroyed around them. Above the bunker, Berlin was still under heavy attack. Soldiers fought in the streets, but everything was falling apart. The war in Europe was almost over. The story of Hitler's last 24 hours is not about power or success. It is about failure, destruction, and the end of a dangerous dream. A man who once controlled millions spent his final hours hidden underground, with no escape and no future. In the end, history showed that even the strongest power can fall. The world moved forward, leaving behind a city in ruins, and a leader who could not change his fate.